Have you ever looked back at an old photo of yourself and felt like you were staring at a stranger? The person you were 5 years ago thought differently. The person you were 1 year ago worried about different things. Even the version of you that woke up this morning is not exactly the same person listening to these words right now. Because human beings are constantly changing. Every experience leaves a mark. Every challenge shapes a belief. Every conversation rewrites a small piece of who we become. Yet most people never realize something extraordinary. If your mind can be shaped, it can also be reshaped. The ancient Stoics understood this long before modern science began studying habits, behavior, and neuroplasticity. They knew that character is not fixed. Strength is not inherited. Wisdom is not reserved for a chosen few. They are built, brick by brick, choice by choice, day by day. And here's the problem. Many people spend years constructing an identity they never consciously chose, a fear they inherited from someone else, a limitation they accepted without questioning. A belief repeated so often that it started feeling like truth. But what if those mental walls are not permanent? What if the story you've been telling yourself is not the only story available? Today, I want to share 7 Stoic words. Not complicated theories, not academic philosophy, just 7 simple words. Each one acts like a key that unlocks a different part of your potential, a key that can challenge the excuses, fears, and assumptions that quietly control your life. These words are not designed to make you comfortable. Comfort rarely transforms anyone. These words are meant to wake something up inside you, something stronger, something calmer, something more resilient. And by the time we reach the 7th word, you may discover that the person you've been waiting to become has been there all along. Let's begin with the first word, a word that many people avoid, a word that sounds uncomfortable at first, yet it may be the most powerful reminder you will ever hear. The word is memento mori. Memento mori, a Latin phrase that simply means, remember that you will die. The moment people hear those words, many instinctively pull away. Why think about death? Why focus on something uncomfortable? Because ignoring reality has never made reality disappear. The Stoics did not meditate on death to become fearful. They reflected on it to become awake. Think about how easily we postpone life. We postpone the phone call. We postpone the dream. We postpone the apology. We postpone the adventure. We convince ourselves there will always be another opportunity, another season, another perfect moment. But certainty is an illusion. None of us know how much time we have, and strangely, that is not bad news. It is freedom. Because the moment you truly understand that your time is limited, your priorities begin to change. The argument that consumed your thoughts yesterday suddenly feels insignificant. The opinion of strangers loses its power. The fear of embarrassment becomes less important than the regret of never trying. Imagine being handed a book with a limited number of pages. You wouldn't waste every chapter on meaningless distractions. You would read carefully. You would choose wisely. You would appreciate every page. Life is no different. The problem is that most people live as though the pages are endless. The Stoics wanted us to remember that they are not. Not to create anxiety, but to create urgency. The urgency to love fully, to speak honestly, to act courageously. to stop delaying what matters most. Ask yourself a simple question. If today were one of the last chapters of your story, what would suddenly become important? And what would instantly stop mattering? The answers reveal more about your priorities than years of self-analysis. Memento mori is not a reminder of death. It is a reminder of life. A reminder that every sunrise is a gift. Every conversation is temporary. Every opportunity is precious. And every day that passes is a day that can never be reclaimed. Remember that your time is limited. Then use that truth to live more completely than ever before. The second word is amor fati. Two simple words that carry a life-changing idea. It means love your fate. Not tolerate it, not endure it, not merely survive it. Love it. At first, this sounds impossible. How can anyone love disappointment? How can anyone love failure? How can anyone love heartbreak, rejection, loss, or uncertainty? The Stoics never claimed that pain feels good. They understood suffering better than most people ever will. What they taught was something different. They taught that fighting reality, after it has already happened, only creates a second layer of pain. The event hurts. Then our resistance to the event hurts even more. A door closes. A relationship ends. A plan falls apart. And instead of facing what is, we spend months or years arguing with reality. This shouldn't have happened. Why me? This isn't fair. But reality never negotiates. The past never changes because we dislike it. The Stoics recognized a simple truth. The fastest path forward begins when we stop wishing the past were different. Imagine a sailor caught in a powerful storm. He cannot command the wind. He cannot order the waves to disappear. His only option is to adjust the sails. Life works the same way. Many of our greatest struggles come from trying to control things that have already happened. Yet some of the strongest people you know were shaped by events they never wanted. The setback that taught resilience. The failure that taught humility, the loss that taught gratitude, the rejection that redirected their entire future. What if the obstacle was not only blocking your path? What if it was creating the path? Every challenge carries a hidden lesson, not because the universe is always fair, but because human beings have the ability to transform difficulty into wisdom. That ability is one of our greatest strengths. Amor fati does not mean enjoying pain. It means refusing to waste pain. It means looking at hardship and asking, what can this teach me? How can this make me stronger? Who am I becoming because of this? The moment you ask those questions, you stop being a victim of circumstances. You become a student of them. And students always grow. The next time life refuses to follow your plan, pause before complaining. Pause before resisting. Pause before declaring the situation a disaster. And remember these two words, amor fati, love your fate. Not because every event is pleasant, but because every event contains the possibility of growth. And growth has always been worth the struggle. The final word, begin. There is one final word that brings everything together. A word so simple that most people overlook its power. That word is begin. Not tomorrow, not next month, not when life becomes easier, not when you finally feel confident. Begin now. Most people spend years preparing for a life they never actually start. They gather information, they make plans, they watch videos, they wait for certainty. but certainty never arrives. The perfect moment is a myth. The perfect conditions are a fantasy. And the perfect version of you is not waiting somewhere in the future. It is created through action in the present. The Stoics understood that progress is not built through intention. It is built through movement. A single step forward is worth more than 1,000 plans that never leave your mind. Think about every meaningful achievement in human history. Every book started with a blank page. Every business started with a single decision. Every strong body started with one workout. Every great relationship started with one conversation. Everything begins small. Yet people often underestimate small beginnings because they are obsessed with immediate results. They want transformation overnight. They want success without struggle. They want confidence before taking action. But confidence rarely comes first. Action comes first. Then confidence follows. This is why so many dreams remain dreams. Not because people lack talent, not because they lack intelligence, because they never begin. Fear convinces them to wait. Doubt convinces them to delay. Comfort convinces them to stay where they are. Years pass. Opportunities disappear. And one day they realize the risk they feared was far smaller than the regret they created. The Stoics would ask a simple question. What is stopping you right now? Not next year, not eventually, right now. Is it truly a lack of opportunity? Or is it fear disguised as caution? Is it truly impossible? Or have you simply repeated that story so many times that it feels true? Your future is being shaped by today's decisions, not tomorrow's decisions, today's. This moment matters. This choice matters. This action matters. Because your life is not built in dramatic moments. It is built in ordinary moments, repeated consistently. And that brings us back to the lesson hidden inside all these Stoic ideas. Remember that life is limited. Accept what you cannot change. Focus on what you can control. And most importantly, take action. Not because success is guaranteed, not because the outcome is certain, but because action is always better than standing still. Years from now, you will not be proud of every result, but you will be grateful for every time you had the courage to begin. So wherever you are right now, whatever goal you keep postponing, whatever conversation you keep avoiding, whatever dream you keep placing in the future, start. Even if the step is small, even if the progress is slow, even if nobody notices, because every meaningful journey begins exactly the same way. One decision, one action, one moment of courage, and that moment can be today. The Stoics never promised an easy life. They promised something better. A life guided by purpose instead of fear. A life built on character instead of comfort. A life lived consciously instead of accidentally. The choice, as it has always been, is yours. So take the first step and begin.
If this message resonated with you, take a moment and ask yourself, which idea challenged you the most? Was it remembering that time is limited? Accepting what cannot be changed? Or finally deciding to begin? Write your answer below, and remember, you do not become stronger by waiting. You become stronger by practicing. One day, one choice, one step at a time. Until next time, stay disciplined, stay mindful, and keep moving forward.